example, Ryan, buddy. So we'll start with Ryan kind of in my guard. I know that he wants to begin to, right there, stop. Right there, I already potentially have Kimura. Right there. Now he will probably pull that arm out. Okay, and then we go back. Now he's passing slowly. Right about there. Okay. As he comes closer, right here, you already have a Kimura. Now, obviously, he's not going to let his arm float and all this kind of stuff from here. But he knows that if I unhook this arm here, I'm going to be able to already start working a Kimura, even if he does not have, even if he has a good position on top. The key to a Kimura is you can't let the pressure go onto your wrists. This has to be rigid, and preferably it's best to grab at the wrist palm, but typically you'll get about here. And I want you to roll everything forward so that this hand, okay, is wedging. If you're here, that space, I have a loose Kimura. It's much easier for him to defend it. Here I have a much tighter grip, and it hurts him a little bit more, especially when I go down here and do that, okay? But that's not the point. The point is to get a Kimura. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get here. Maybe I got a half guard here. We're in a half guard. The second I see this right here, okay, hand on the wrist, I set up the Kimura right here. Sometimes I don't even grab it, the wrist, because I feel more comfortable here, but I still keep this hook here because I have to have my fingers positioned somehow. I don't need to work to grab this wrist. I just need to make sure that it's hooked so he can't kind of unhook it, okay? From here, all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot my knee past him, close up my half guard here, and I'm gonna scoop my hips in, here. And I'm gonna take his arm to the left. Okay, even if he holds his knee or thigh right here, okay, I can fairly easily sweep him from here. So he either gives up a sweep to save his arm, or he gives up his arm to not give up a sweep. Typically, they're gonna take the sweep. So let's say from here, half guard here. And a good thing to do is to constantly be framing here, because even if he's here, okay, I caught his arm, but if you notice, he's still already kind of in a 3/4 guard pass. But because I'm here, okay, I immediately from here, like coil, so I can move his arm out of the way here. So that I want to keep him from defending. One of the most effective ways to defend a Kimura, just so you guys know, is to take a big step with the same side leg, which is going to be his left leg, and bring his leg to his thigh to his hand. Yes, right there, okay? This right here, okay, prevents me from pulling it back out, but I can lift him pretty easy here. Take him over and then pull it out and get here. And then from here, I can finish a Kimura, but I have to roll to the other side. However, as you see, the sweeps are there, submissions are there, okay? Here, so let's see, we're here. It kind of goes into a half guard instead of a knee shield here, okay? So I like to frame here and on the wrist as well, okay? As he frames, he maybe pushes into me here, and then you lock it in right here. And then your knees go past right here, and that cross, it's not a matter of, don't do the figure 4, but you can get a much tighter pinch when you're crossed at the ankles, okay? Because here all I want to do is I want to scoop my hips underneath. Because from here, very difficult for him to roll, but fairly, not easy, but it's going to be doable for me to submit him here. But there also has to be pressure on his shoulder with my left elbow. And even if I scoop my hip more to the right, I can go this way here as you see how much I can push. I mean, if anything, he may take a big step with his left leg. But then here, he gives up a very easy sweep here. And then from here, you can begin to finish. But the point is to finish from the bottom. Because here, it's not hard for me to separate this. And then from here, I want to get my knee on his face and just lift his shoulder. If you notice, it's like super, super tight right here. Okay, so you're gonna go for the half guard. Kimura. And just start from a half guard right here. Yeah. So look, so we're framing here. Try not to let him go into knee shield. Okay, so what I do is I always block the shoulder, okay? Because that can be here, it can be here. Let's say he's holding your sleeve, okay? It doesn't really do much for him, but it's fairly easy to take it out. So here, look, as he starts driving in, his hands, usually this hand's gonna reach for my head. I want to put your resist a little bit less line, so I don't have to do that. Okay. Remember, you have to be giving me something to work with equal to what I'm doing, because if you go too much, so we're here, slide in, hip, shoulder, hip, shoulder, hip, so I can turn left and finish. So finish that, okay? Keep the Kimura. He throws his left leg over. Yes, right here. Now I can't kind of pull it out, but what I can do is I can lift it all up and sweep in the swing. Back step here. Get here. Bring your left knee to the face. Don't step over. Just do this because you keep his head pinned. There's also, this is taught, but watch as I lift his shoulder, his head comes up. Now, it'll stop when he hits my thigh, okay, but there's too much space here because his right hand is free and you can sometimes push that leg off and move his head in. When you bring your knee to his face and pin his face, all you do is lift the shoulder and then you have a Kimura. Okay? So do that Kimura from half guard. Quick. Just put him in a half guard, put your knee down. You're here blocking the shoulder. Get this grip here. Slide your knees past. Both feet on the mat. Hip, shoulder, hip. Don't let them roll. Pinch your left elbow down, so you pressure the shoulder, and then move that hand up this way. From here, he steps. Yes. Okay. From here, pinch your knees, move your hips, and push him that way. And back step out. Lock your knees in. From here, you have to control the head. As long as the shoulder, his head will come up. If that Kimura is turn into this. You don't want that. You gotta control it. Here again, I like to get this knee here, and this leg straightens out. I don't want to be here because I don't have any base that way. Here, I do. So I try to get this foot off the mat. Ryan, you feel pressure on the head?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's it. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Now look, Ryan and I did not rehearse this dance that we